Mommy, I could get the biscuit. She would say yes. Well, Daddy would say no. So they would go by Mommy.
Yes.
Daddy, I could go and play football outside. Daddy would say yes. Mommy would say no.
Listen.
So they work.
Let's introduce the Wylie family. This is the family I'm going to meet. It's a family of 4. Welcome to yours truly, DKC, where we do Tobago travel and daily life vlogs. Welcome back to yours truly, DKC. It's me yet again, filming another amazing video on the island of Tobago. Today, I am on my way to Scarborough because I have an interview, a pre-arranged interview with a father. We are going to speak to a father who has 2 boys. They are quite grown, not adults as yet, but you will get a chance to meet them. So I am so excited for this interview. And you know, well, for me, you all may not know, I am very spontaneous. I do not really pre-plan, but I literally sat down and wrote down questions, and I'm so excited to have done this preparation, and I'm looking forward to an amazing interview. Come along with me for the drive. All roads lead to Scarborough. All right, we are actually stopping off before Scarborough. We are going to be stopping off in a village called the Hall, which I would have introduced that village to you before. That's the village in which I grew up, you know. So yes, excitement is building. I value the importance in raising boys. Now, I have no children. You hear me talk about raising boys. I have no children, but from a teacher perspective, I had the privilege to interact with many boys, and some of these interactions are very memorable, and these students continue to stand out as students who are going to be good men, good fathers in this society, and these roles are very important. So being in a position to mentor and train and support and educate young boys is indeed a privilege. Yeah. So I'm watching at the road because I drive in, but I know they're watching me. Thank you for coming along for the journey. As I said, I'm on my road to Calder Hall, which is just before Scarborough. And let me turn the camera so you can enjoy a little bit of the scenery as I head on my way to Scarborough. All right, enjoy. Today I have the privilege of being with an amazing gentleman, a gentleman who has agreed to do an interview that can inspire parents, that can inspire young boys, and that can be a memorabilia for his children to look back upon at how amazing and wise their father was, and therefore their journey to becoming great fathers will be one that they would be very proud of. So this father, he has 2 amazing boys, but we will never underestimate the power of his amazing daughter. All right, so let us get to meet this amazing person, and he is right here next to me, Mr. Maurice Wylie. Did I have it right?
Correct is right. Correct is right. Good day, all. Good
Is it
day.
that you are wild?
Ah. You guess it's supposed to call me Tammy now. But yes, I'm a
Yes.
Wylie. Yes, yes.
So Wylie is W-I-L-E-Y.
No, W-Y-L-I-E. So I
W-Y-L-I-E.
So
Oh, that's
normally when I spell it for people, I say Wylie.
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 So Wylie.
W-Y-Y-Lie, L-I-E.
But really and truly Wylie.
Exactly. The truth shall set you free.
Yes. So we're just gonna have a few questions, just about 10 minutes. So spend a moment with us. If you haven't liked this video as yet, like the video. Stop what you're doing, pause the video, and hit the like button. What do you think? You think I should hit the like button?
Cha-ching.
Subscribe to this amazing YouTube channel because we are lit across here. All right, and engage with us in the comment section about your experiences of being a boy if you're a boy, of being a boy if you're a man. Tell us about your childhood experiences, and if you have any questions that you would like us to respond to in the comment section, drop your question in the comment section. All right, and let's continue engaging in this video. Yes, so we're here again and we're taking a little walk, and the question I want to ask you, Mr. Wylie, is how do you feel being a man in this world?
Interesting question. Challenging. As a man, you seem to be the provider, the protector of the family. And you are mainly responsible for the decisions and the choices you make. So you steer in like a captain on a ship. You steer in the family and you try to make an informed decision.
Yes.
Because your actions could result in how comfortable your family sleep at night.
Very good.
So you always have to be weighing the pros and cons. It's a never-ending job.
So it's a position or a position of decision making.
All constant decision.
Constant decision making. Weighing pros and cons.
Yes.
Yes.
Constant decision making. Is this the best move? Should I do this now?
Yes.
Is now is the best time?
Yes.
How does it affect me? Well, you are most times last, but how does it affect the children, the wife, the family? So constant gears grinding in your head.
Right.
Perfect outcome.
Well, I am happy that you speak so positively about that role, because there are many who would speak about it and then they put a but, you know, and that speaks to a negative thought about the responsibilities of being a father.
Well, it is about sacrifice. So
Yeah.
I guess the but would be what you have to sacrifice to achieve what you want or your desirable outcome.
Yes,
So
yes.
all about sacrifice. You're living selfless. When you become a parent or a husband, you're now living selfless.
Yes. So it means that you were a boy, but you're now a man.
Boy with responsibility.
What's the difference between a boy and a man?
Well, as a boy you do boyish things, right? But as a man, you don't do boyish things all the time.
Okay.
Right? So boys will always be boys, but you have to know when to put away boyish things and be a man, a leader, a role model. It is, you need to know the difference. So I can't say I am not a boy anymore. Still a boy. I like to play my games, especially with my children.
Yes.
Still make jokes. I'm the prankster in the family. So those are boyish things. But when it comes to leading, you have to know when to change up the gears.
Right. Well, I am happy. I'm happy to hear you speak so positively about that role, right?
Thank you.
Yes. So now we are going to move on to the topic of parenting. Now, parenting is a major responsibility. As much as being a husband is a big responsibility. Now, today is International Day of the Boy Child, the 16th of May 2024.
I'm a boy. Of course I like performing the poems I write. This year, 10-year-old Marcus Wylie of Tobago has made history as the youngest performer ever to advance to the semi-final round of the first Citizens National Poetry Slam.
I wanted to make one special mention that this year we have our youngest performer in the competition, in the championship, our wild card, Mr. Marcus Wylie from Tobago, at just 10 years old. He has blown a lot of your favorite poets out of the water during the auditions round, and we are looking forward to seeing him perform at the semi-final.
Come on, Billy, stop being silly, tripping on floors and knocking on doors. Come on, Billy, stop being sneaky, walking like mice while doing heist. Billy's hands were rough, his fists were tough, his soul was dim, emotions were slim. It gives him a thrill to use his skill. When he goes to bed, he dreams that he's dead. But Billy doesn't care if death is near, if the man with the scythe wants his life, threatened with fire, but he won't retire, floating south into the dragon's mouth. Ring, 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 a call for the king. He sits on his throne and stands all alone. Take his head, turn the town red. Message received, I'll do the deed. So he climbed through drains, looked down lanes, spotted his prey slipping away. He pulled out his gun and said, how fun. He took the win, just another sin. Bang! The sound that cripples a hound. Ah! The scream that tells there's a scene. Reporters start filming, police start cursing, for the murder of the air was done with no fear. He used Tom's hat as a welcome mat. He used Tom's suit to wipe his boot. He used Tom's pants to clean his bloody hands. He used a tie to hang Tom up high. Sirens were beeping, voices were weeping. Prison today, Billy voted nay. So he ran through an alley and jumped down a valley and made no sound when he hit the ground. Stacked with bills that reward his kills, gaining insanity, losing humanity, announcing his presence, scribbled in blood. He took Tom's badge and dragged it through mud.
I'm a boy. Of course I know fun facts. Did you know that while some aren't actually pink, they're brown? The krill that they eat in the rivers make them pink. I'm a boy. Of course I like football, and CR7 is the GOAT. I'm a boy. Of course I like to rock. We are boys. Of course we love to explore.
Yes. So you brought your bundle of joy at home, wrapped in blue. Was he wrapped in blue?
I don't think so, you know. I think we were in neutral colors. It was white, more whitish colors, because they advise about the colors, especially yellow and so on, for the jaundice.
Oh,
they need
right.
to identify if they are suffering from jaundice, so they recommended white or neutral colors.
Neutral colors. Okay. But he came home and
Yeah, it was everything had to be the parenting gene activated. They want to make everything pink and span and clean, and everything must be perfect. But in reality, things can't be perfect. But
right.
you know, they want everything because you're happy. The boy's home and the little child and the baby, and be protective. The protective nature activate.
So I hear they say babies that smell so sweet. He was smelling sweet.
After the shower, you know, they have a fresh scent, yeah. Or from the birth or whatever.
Yes,
a fresh scent. But
after the first shower.
It's a soothing fresh scent. It's not a no. This is all for my blood fresh scent. And I embrace it. Yes.
So tell us in the comment section, how did you feel when you brought your baby home? Tell us your story. What was your emotion? All right, and how the baby was smelling. I hear babies that smell so. I mean, I only have I got the scent of babies from, you know, they were already probably 20 days old, but that fresh newborn scent. Anyway, that was just a side point. But I know that is a big part of the journey, and I think there is where the protecting of the Wylie name would have started, and the setting of goals, and the conversations with your wife about how we are going to ensure that this product of ours live up to the intention that you all would have set. No, he'll get it. There's the mommy kicking in. Wow. Somebody's going to the moon. All right.
Honestly, there's no template.
Yes.
You can't really say that it's A, then B, and then C. You generally have to know your general idea, what you want to achieve, and you tweak as you go along. Only a fool doesn't change their mind or change strategy. So you know what it is you want your children to be graduates, you want them to go to university or whatever, but the path you take, sometimes you realize that, hey, my children not cut out for this. They are for better things or different things. But you can't say, no, this is what I want to do. No, you go with the flow. It's like a river. A river creates the course, and we have to work with them to create the best course for them.
Yes, I so agree.
Yes.
So how have the journey been? So from those initial thoughts of this newborn to now, what are you most proud about when it comes to your sons?
Well,
your boy child.
Well, the first,
your boy children.
Correct. The first, well, actually thinking about it, the first moment you had of relief was when you in the delivery room, you heard the delivery was successful.
Right.
And you check 10 fingers, 10 toes, eyes, nose, mouth. You say, thank God. From a visual inspection, this child said, praise God. They say, thank God. This journey has now started.
And mommy okay.
Mommy
alright. Mommy put a smile on your face.
Yes. And the good thing is, if most time when the father you see the child before.
Right. Was that the case in your case? Yes. So good. I find that so unfair.
Well, life isn't fair. But yes, so from that moment and then now, so you're healthy, you thank God, and the development as little babies, you notice
development milestones.
Yes, they're feeding themselves and they'll be missing. And you're missing, and then you realize they work out a little calculation in their brain. and they get the food into the mouth, and you're like, wow,
Yes,
they
yes.
could analyze, and that, as simple as that was, that gave you such a calming feeling to see they figuring out stuff and they are learning on the go, and then they hitting their milestones.
Even the little oohs and ahs and mama, dada.
Recognizing your voice, because when they were pregnant you would have been singing to them in the stomach, talking. So now they're out and they hear that voice and they look at it like, wow, he recognized this
Well,
is daddy.
listen.
And that is,
As you say that, I have a neighbor who made a baby, and I told her, I said, when your baby come, your baby will know my voice, you know. Because through the wall,
you talk. Yes, you'll be surprised.
listen, through the wall, he must have done hear my
your
voice. So, if I believe he could hear my voice through a wall, what about through the through the belly, you know?
And then what I recognize too, when it is the miserable, you put the baby on your heart, on your chest.
Oh, and the
beat,
right.
because you remember for 9 months they were hearing this heart with this rhythmic beating, so they feel at home when you rest them. So this bonding experience.
So do you think these babies will know the difference between the mother's heart and the father's heart?
Well, I think they will hear the mother's heart.
Yes, yes.
So they'll quicker understand. They will pick up on the father's voice.
Okay.
But the mother's heart is what that was their comfort.
Yes.
So that's
but I guess from your experience, even against your chest, the baby soothed, was soothed.
Well, once you hear a beating heart.
A beating heart, okay.
Yes,
so even though it's a different rhythm.
Yes.
And I guess that is where we'll get our appreciation for music.
And I used to call it free doctor checkups.
Okay.
Because when you go on that, you know, if something ain't right, you pick up. So you might have to go by the doctor.
Right. Well, this conversation is bringing so much laughter.
And you have to make it funny. Life is about entertainment and making bad things into you laugh about yourself, and
correct.
So we learn. We can't be so sorrowful.
Listen, if you are a boy child out there, even if you are a man, you were a boy.
Correct.
And I am absolutely sure for the majority of you all, your parents were happy to know that you are a boy. Boys are blessings, right? So we want to celebrate you as a boy child and encourage you to stay focused. All right? We are staying positive because boys bring excitement. Boys bring perspective that is so unique from the girls. Boys could be considered mischievous, but it's that curiosity and explorative nature that they have that brings that completeness to the picture, you know? Yeah, so we appreciate you boys. Know that you all are loved, all of you. Yes. So true. Yeah. So we're going to the next segment now. We want to hear from Mr. Wylie what his thoughts are. What his advice would be to parents of boys in terms of benchmarks for success. What is he looking for as a parent to know that his parenting was successful? We know they say you could take a camel to the water, but you can't make it drink. But at the end of the day, parents must have these basic benchmarks to keep them motivated. Otherwise, parents can give up, and some parents have. So let us hear his tips to parents, and let's just dig from his well of knowledge, you know. So Mr. Wylie, in your journey of raising your boys, your boy children, right, what benchmarks have you set for yourself to know that you are a good parent, to know that you are training your boys in the way they should go? What are your standards and your
Okay, well, the training process starts from time they are be able to understand you as a parent. You want to instill certain characteristics in them: honesty, truthfulness, helpfulness, being loving, being kind. So you will see them do, and it scold them. You say, no, that is not nice. You need to say sorry or do this, and show them the correct way to be empathetic, sympathetic, loving. When they do something, you congratulate them, you hug them, you kiss them. If it is you correct them, you stern. Sometimes a little spanking. Not all believe in it, but sometimes you have to show them how serious the offense was. So for me personally, when I see my children making mistakes and after having discussions, because communication is vital. Without communication, you cannot achieve any benchmark. You need to have communication. So when it is you speak to your child and you say, I did this because you did this, and then you see them adapting your new principles you brought to them.
Yes.
You understand, well, okay, things are working.
Yes.
And that brings me the satisfaction that what I am doing seems to be working.
Yes.
They are now making decisions without my input that I would have made. So it
Good.
shows me that I am imprinting, or we, because it's not me alone, my wife also, that we are imprinting our belief system, our style of living onto them, the positive things.
Yes.
So when you see time to study, you need to know, put away your books, put away games, study your work, and then you see them without you telling, they going and pick up their book, they challenging each other, because I have the two boys we have are close in age.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, within 2 years apart, right? So they work with each other.
Right.
So the older one would pick up the younger one and let's do some math. Let's practice
that's
this.
good.
Right. Because why? We have been doing it with them. So we instilled, so we imprinted that onto them.
Understood.
So these are the things you try to do, and not everything you do would work, because with one, the technique we use for one, when we tried it with the other, we recognize we're not getting the same result that we would have liked to see.
Yeah.
So now we try to say, what can we do? What variables can we change or to tweak to see if you get a better response?
Understood.
Sometimes it's frustrating, you're like, but this was so easy with this one. Why this one? And you just have to sit back and reflect and see, maybe it's your delivery approach. You try different things. Because
so much things could affect.
Yes.
Parenting
and sometimes the simplest the simplest things.
Multi-dimensional.
Yes. But what I would suggest, you see, when you're having these brainstorm sessions, you do it in private with your partner. You try not to reason
rationalize
in front
with
of
the yes, I understand.
Because it shows like a level of weakness, and then the children are smart now and try to counter.
Yes.
Because you will both have to kind of show us the whole same head.
Yes.
Same approach. Sometimes you play good cop, bad cop. One be the aggressor and you come sympathetic. So look, mommy, both here, alright. So let us do this.
See?
And let us try
breaking
this.
down the standards.
Right. Girl, you try
yes, you have to try. Okay, so I now get what you mean. Okay.
So it might be mommy buffet this week, and next week it will be daddy buffet. And then
rather than one parent being
one person
as
can
it
be
were
the aggressor all the time.
Right.
So you have to mix it. You must confuse them too, because children look at your patterns and know how to work you.
Yes.
They would know who to go for and ask what question to get the result they want.
Yeah.
Mommy, I could get the biscuit. She would say yes. Well, daddy would say no. So they would go by mommy.
Yes.
Daddy, I could go and play football outside. Daddy would say yes. Mommy would say no.
Listen.
So they work.
And for me, for children to be able to do that, we should celebrate that.
They are not analyzing.
Because it shows that they are analyzing. Correct. They are intelligent. But now we have to be.
Yeah, so you have to try to be on top of them.
To be on top of them.
Yeah, because they're tricky.
Yes,
they're tricky, but in a good way. But that's how they learn, to see how far they could go with certain things.
Yes.
How far?
Correct.
Okay, Daddy didn't correct me when I say this. If a word slip out and you say a little simple bar, like a oopsie.
Yes.
And Daddy didn't correct you. You say, oh, maybe I could go further and use a harder word. You have to say, what is that? No, we don't say this in this house. Even if you hear your friends out there saying it, you don't say this. And if I catch you. And sometimes you have to let them feel a little crazy too, because they challenge you. But at the end of the day, you want is your children, and you want the best for them. You want things to be better for them than it was for you.
Yes.
That's our hope.
And you know, if parents don't have these expectations, that's a weakness already. Because if you don't expect good out of your children, it means you are not putting the effort it takes for that expectation to become a reality. Because you don't expect, for example, a tank to fill with water and you don't go and turn on the pipe,
Rain and fall in
and close the tap from running.
Correct.
You're fixing the leaks. You're gonna be doing things because you have an expectation, you have an outcome, a desired outcome.
Yes.
So what I would like is that your parenting bear the fruits that you all desired.
Keeping your fingers crossed. You're still running the race. You're still running. They have external influences out there, as in everything. But keeping the faith, we can continue to ask God for guidance and protection, because without Him, nothing is possible.
Yes. So you have to prepare your children, your boys, for those challenges that you can foresee.
Correct.
And
those that you
I think
can see. Yeah.
One of the things that as a parent, that we have to teach our children is the benefits of adult guidance.
Yes, but they have to be careful who they get in guidance from, because not all adults want what is best for your child. Some people have selfish motivations. Right.
But then children, in reality, they don't have the ability and the maturity to decipher that. But we trust that the other qualities that we instill in them would help them to identify. But if they don't recognize the value of adult guidance, even if it is from their teachers, from their spiritual leaders, from an auntie, or uncle. I mean, if they don't value
those who come from before.
Yes. And especially so for boys.
Yes.
Boys, teenagers.
Yes, as they get into the teenage, they need a firmer hold on them. Because so much distraction. So much. And I guess that's where the men come in. We have to recognize that we need to protect our boys and our future, because the men are the future.
Yes. So
future husband.
At this point, I want to invite a special person. Come, Debbie, honey. Come, sugar plum, lovey-dovey. Bring yourself across here. This conversation cannot be complete without you. Let me scoot across.
I will come out.
Oh, you do it with her? Okay.
Oh gosh, that'll leave. I was not prepared for this.
No. 2 minutes. And we're running out of light, but we'll be okay. Yeah, so Debbie, listen guys, you see this woman here? That man who was just talking, that good husband and father, that wise gentleman, you see? You see, look at the smile on her face. Yes. So, Debbie is the woman behind this amazing family. She is a mother of 2 amazing boys.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. And we are going to have an opportunity to meet her sometime soon. So we're not going to engage with her long. But I want to say something now. Debbie is one of the sponsors of my 1,000 subscriber competition. Debbie is the author. That Jamaican woman I talk about. Of a lovely book. What's the name of the book?
Voyage
to the Moon. I just use the word journey so much.
Yes, that is why I changed it actually, to give a new word. New word.
Voyage. So Voyage to the Moon. And we are going to chat a little bit about that book. But I want to thank you for believing in the process, for appreciating the power of an international audience, because your message about stranger danger and safety for young ones is a very powerful message that must be shared.
Yes.
And the fact that you were able to put it into a book, a kid's book that is relatable not only for kids but teens and adults, we believe that this book is going to make a difference.
I hope so too.
Yeah, we hope so. We trust that it will. So I want you all, I'm going to pin a link for this book in your comment section. Alright, in the comment section, you can go across to Amazon and read this book on your Kindle.
Yes.
Or purchase it, right? You can gift it to someone. But you have the opportunity to win this book by joining my 1,000 subscribers competition. So I'm going to also pin the competition instructions in the comment section so that you can join to win. But please remember, your journey to the moon is amazing, and enjoy it. Thank you for being an amazing mom to boys.
Thank you.
All
thank
right.
you for having me, and thank you for having us.
Yes.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Yes. This is camera person for all the pictures we are going to be viewing. You know the camera person?
Well,
or
both
someone's
of us.
both? Okay. So cameraman and woman. Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Wylie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Thank you for acknowledging us. Thank you
Yes.
for acknowledging
And
us. Keep up the good work.
The boys going to football.
Yes.
And we go in and take a sneak peek. I go in and see if I could get a little 2 seconds to show all you what's going on across there. The field is actually right above, somewhere behind these trees there. Yeah, so we're not too far. So I'll see you all in the next amazing video. Bye from Tobago.
Ciao.
Peace. All right.